Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening, my explorers. Welcome back for another Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight, we acknowledge and honor the seasons change as we go from the cold, wintry months of the winter to the less cold, springy months of spring. That's right, spring has sprung, and with its changes, so too we feel the churning of our subconscious minds. And tonight, we acknowledge and tap in to see if we can't find a little something for the next level. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste, everyone. How are we all doing? Blessings and namaste to all of you, my explorers. Wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The most powerful personal program in the country by far and away, the most effective. Why do you think everyone's here? Why do you think people say from coast to coast that the program works? Because God, honestly, to put it as simply as possible, the program works. Namaste. How are we all doing tonight? Talk to me. Talk to me right now from chat, guys. It's so wonderful to see you. So wonderful to be with you. So wonderful to feel the percolation of electricity coming from the chat right now. I'm seeing so many gorgeous names. Fram, Nindinu, Ellie, Benelli, Dirty Smith. Also, I'm seeing a handful of you scallywags, you scumbags over at YouTubeLive.com. Blessings and namaste to you over there. Stone Monster 400, snapping my fingers. I want $1 million, Guru. And so you shall have. Stone Monster 400, namaste and thank you for that energy, for that, putting that wish out there, that manifestation. You know, making sure that we manifest. And oh my goodness gracious, before I get on my manifestation stuff, let's get going on a little bit of Jazz Express. How about? Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to a gorgeous little segment on here on the program here that we call a Jazz Express, a sensual exploration. A sensual exploration, indeed. Sometimes it's important to both engage, as we seek for the true path, to unlock the true potential in our mind, body, and spirit. It is important to engage not just the mind, not just the mouth, but if our goal is to engage the spirit, the very thing that animates us, we must engage the body. And Lord knows there's no better way to engage the body than a little bit of sensual jazz expression. That's why I have created such a thing as this, the Jazz Express on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. So if you allow your feelings to evolve. Some of you may begin liking this and then come to dislike it, and vice versa. You may begin disliking it and continue to like it later on. Or you may find that you like it the whole time, or you might hate it the entire time. Each of that is a gift, and it is your gift. And open that gift. And that gift, you look inside the box, and it's yourself. Namaste. That's a little bit. That's a little taste. That's a little bit to get you started. I can feel the energy coming up. Oh, blessed. Morslack. Namaste to Morslack. Blessings to Explore Morslack for joining us right in the middle of the Jazz Express. Perfect time to jump on board. It's going to be a really beautiful night tonight, guys. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Every single one of you. Thank you so much for being. Stone Monster gifting a sub to Pimper Knuckle. You are crazy. You are a slut. Namaste to you. What just happened? Go back to the thing that we were on. Go back to the thing that we were on. There we go. Namaste. Thank you so much, Stone Monster. Blessings to you. Thank you so much to Morslack for that raid. And Ellie Benelli for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Ellie Benelli, hon, thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Namaste to you. Bad Badger resubbing for the 9th month in a row. I've been brewing a massive poo the last 9 months, and now I can release it into the world. Namaste to you. Pepper and Genie with a handful of bits here and there, getting us going, getting us started. Namaste to Little Miss Whatever. This resubbing for the 38th month in a row. Hey, Les, you look great. Namaste to you, Little Miss Whatever. Really appreciate the comment, the energy, and you're looking great. You're looking great, Little Miss Whatever. I can feel that energy. It's feeling nice. It's feeling warm. It's feeling welcoming. Blessings and namaste. Stone Monster for 100 bits. Snapping my fingers, $1 million. We got to that earlier. So guys, enough of the yapping, all right? Let's engage our bodies, engage our spirit, allow the mind to sort of drift off as you feel. Put feeling first. Namaste. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Radio Underhill. Beautiful reference. Beautiful. Absolutely welcome here. Namaste. Beautiful Mind Monsoon at youtube.com. Dr. Crispy Kissinger also coming in to us from youtubelive.com. China's hacking my hip replacement. Why? Because counter-revolutionary hips. You know, sometimes our hips can be counter-revolutionary. Not our whole body. You know, we might have revolutionary mouth, revolutionary hands, but our hips. We start shaking those hips. Are you shaking your hips to the whatever kind of music they have there? I don't even really know. Some kind of weird flute. Some kind of weird drum, I'm sure. But I'm sure you failed a test and they picked up on it through TikTok.com. I wish this would stop. Namaste, Nindy New 4 bits, blessings, and Pepperoncini gifting 5 community subs. Guys, it is just the beginning of the week. It is just the beginning of our exploration. Already the electricity is apparent with anyone with eyes to see, ears to hear. Any lame or retarded person who dials in right now to the explorations program can see clearly that this is special. That not only what I'm seeing in tools and the energy of the program already, I'm seeing the community is absolutely one of a kind. The energy that they bring, every single stream is one of a kind. I can't wait to be part of it. No matter how deep your cognitive disability is, emotional impairment is, no matter if you're mentally ill, no matter if you're tuning into us from a hospital on a cell phone, you snuck in, your asshole, this is the real deal. And you know that. You feel that. Welcome to Explorations. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Namaste. Namaste, blessings and namaste. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous Nindy New. Thanks again for those 4 bits. Listen, every little single bit, every little taste, every little bit of energy that you give, every bit of devotion goes directly into the program, directly into expanding the materials, expanding the tools, Those in my community of delight understand the importance and weight and necessity and effectiveness of the tools available through the program. This being the call-in show, the landmark show. Yes, you are seeing it right now happen in real time. But if you are ready for the next level, simply type !final journey into the chat for directions of how you too can enter my community of devoted life. But in the meantime, let's toot. Namaste, pierogi for the 29, pepperoncini with the 3. Blessings and namaste. God damn, does this feel good tonight, right? We're just getting started, settling in, and the ideas, the energy is sort of flowing in a sort of torrent right now, a sort of torrent, a gentle torrent. Namaste. Wow, what a beautiful way to get started. What a beautiful way to get started. Namaste, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of that with me. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate every single one of you. Namaste. Welcome to Explorations. How are y'all feeling over there, guys? How are we feeling tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner? Chat, I want to see you. I need some responses from you. I got to know what kind of energy we're starting with. I can imagine that some of you are feeling inspired, excited, energized after a Jazz Express. But listen, sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes it doesn't feel good to be us. I would say for most of you, that is the case. Namaste to you. How are we doing? Did we start yet? Did we start yet? Oh my gosh, Pepper Knuckle feeling good. Somewhat glonky. Says, Dee, good to see you, Dee. Namaste. Hendershot eating fish sticks. I'm feeling great. Good to hear. You gobble those fish sticks up. You know, every once in a while, we all got to have our sort of little 11-year-old nights, right? We got to have our 11-year-old nights. We got to eat some stuff like we're 11 years old, and we got to explore that. It's our job. It's our duty. Namaste. And fish sticks are tremendous. Fish sticks are tremendous. Now, once you get going with fried fish, it's a well. It's a well that just doesn't end. There's so many forms of fried breaded fish that can be such a treat, such a departure, such a wonderful experience. There we go. Get that stain on. Get that sound on. Namaste. And
yeah.
Not like it's just like that.
There we go.
And there's not. It's
Nindy New with 100 bits. I can't wait to get to that communal vision in about 4 hours. Thank you so much. Well, guys, listen, I'm not going to mess around. Let's get right down to business. It's wonderful to be with you. It's wonderful to see how many of you were excited to be a part of tonight. So many of you lining up early, getting here for the tools that you need in your life to transform everything, every facet of your life. Explorations can provide that for you. Namaste, Nindy New. The dream of every explorer is to graduate from the program. I'm in summer school, but I will pass the program someday. That kind of speaks to how special and how accommodating the program can be in and of itself. So what I see from Nindy New is I'm seeing I'm seeing he's in summer school. It's April. Yeah, that's right. Explorations run summer school in April. We run summer school in the spring. We run summer school in the winter. We run summer school in the fall time. Namaste. That's how far I'm willing to go. That is how much I'm willing to accommodate each and every single one of you in your sojourn. You want to do summer school? Well, guess what? You can do that any goddamn time you want. Namaste. Blessings and namaste to all of you. Now, as I was saying just a moment ago, guys, much to get to. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate that. Gorgeous Wednesday night. And as it says below, tonight we are going to be getting into dreams. Now, I'll give you my little spiel about dreams a little later. Suffice it to say, though, TLDR. TLDR is that, essentially, as the seasons change, they often accompany. Anyone who practices astrology will tell you that as seasons change, it often brings up a tumult of the subconscious mind, and it provides a very important departure from the everyday droll. You know what I mean? The everyday droll that sort of, it's like, wow, another day? Is it really a new day? Because it feels like the same. But to depart from that really is upsetting, and not just to our conscious minds, also to our subconscious minds, which are endlessly powerful subconscious minds that each one of us have. And it is so important for us as explorers, for us dialing in to the tools of explorations and striving for that next level that we speak about so frequently. It is so important for us to take seriously and take every chance we can get to dive into the subconscious mind. And these seasonal changes provide perfect opportunities to do so. The tumult, the upset is palpable in the air. Flux Storm Zero, Explorer Real Estate Agent. Didn't know that. Fluxy, namaste to you. Blessings and namaste. Wow, 11 months. We're almost at a year with Flux Storm. That doesn't seem right? You've been here longer than that, Fluxy. Haven't you been here longer than that? It's just amazing how time flies. I feel like we've known each other since ancient times. This is past live stuff. Namaste to you. Wow. Namaste. Thanks so much, Flux. I really appreciate it. Extremely generous of you. Like I was saying though, we'll open up the lines in just a moment, but a couple orders of business before we get to it. Couple orders of business before we jump in and open up the lines and explore dreams with one another. So first of all, guys, I want to throw out my little P.O. box, guys. Send me something in the mail. I love getting stuff from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Yes, that is right. You can send me mail, a postcard, a package. You can send me a little letter. You can send me any damn little thing. I love getting it. I love getting that physical contact with you all, really breaking down that fourth wall, looking for that fifth wall. Do they open a sort of space-time P.O. box? They should, because that's where I want to meet you. That's where I want to send you letters, get space-time mail from you. I want to bend reality in order to contact you, to touch you. I want us to touch each other through the program and through space and time, fifth wall, sixth wall, seventh. I want to get quantum with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's there, ready for us to touch, ready for us to reach out and grab a hold and be a part of something real, be a part of something special. Take seriously the power and potential running through your veins right now. Namaste to you. Wow. Now, let's go ahead. I'm feeling so good. Since speaking of mail, we do have a couple pieces of mail that I was lucky enough to receive from somebody who's been frequenting the P.O. box, and I absolutely love this. Somebody who's been showing up in my P.O. box so frequently lately, guys, and it's none other than German royalty. Yes, German royalty sending me legal size letter envelopes filled with you know what, right? You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. We got Express. Now let's go ahead and open up. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So this is more of you know what German royalty is famous for. If you have not seen the program before, if you're new here, German royalty is no stranger to sending the same exact thing in the mail to me every single time he gets a chance. Now, what I'm looking at right now is another series of very intimate snapshots of strangers. He's always getting these extras. He's always getting these extras at the photo booth at the mall and sending them in. And so I'm looking at a mixed race couple right here. Beautiful. Love to see that. I celebrate that. I celebrate mixed race romance. It's one of my favorite things to search online. What is that sound of people talking? LMAO. Is there people? Oh, man. What? Why is that on still? People talking. Is it off? Is it off? It's off now. Beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah, it was just one of the backgrounds got stuck. One of the backgrounds got stuck. So what are you going to do, you know? Anyway, so like I was saying just a moment ago, so we got a mixed race couple. We've got some friends looking like friends to me. Friend vibe. They've got fake mustaches on. I don't know if you can. Let's do a little zoom on that. Fake mustaches with those. We've got. Oh, this is really. This is cute. This is another cute mixed race couple. Love that. Thank you so much. Really beautiful. I love to see them. I love to see races mix. I love to see that sort of stuff. Now, two girly friends having a silly little time, goofing off. They don't seem like they've been friends for that long. Maybe even. But honestly, maybe that distance is familiarity in their sisters. I'm not quite sure. Duplicates of that. Then we got another very cute little couple. Oh, they're having fun. I love to see the fella. I love to see the fella cheesing. Now, a lot of times when you get these pictures, as you can imagine, as a lot of times when you get these pictures, as you can imagine, the fella is very stiff. I would say about 6 times out of 10, the fella is stiff and distant. But this is, and maybe I'm clocking it. Maybe it's not a fella. I'm going with fella. I'm clocking it. And that's all right. That's everybody's right. Clock it as you see fit. Here we go. We got duplicate. Ooh, we got another goofy little couple in love. A lot of, are you, German, did you seek out the mixed race couples? Because this is a lot. There's a lot of mixed race couples. Beautiful. I love that. Now, those are going to go in a special place in my office. Namaste. Special place in my office. Mixed race couples. Thank you so much, German. Now, here we go. Here we go. We got another envelope full of these pictures, right? Very exciting. Specifically, mixed race lesbians. If I'm being honest with you, if I'm just being honest with you as a man, mixed race lesbians. One of my favorite searches online. It's just inspiring to me. And okay, so let's go ahead and take a couple looks at these. We've got these are just three friends goofing. Nothing, no weird vibes at all. Just happy and goodness. We got a family. We got 2 parents and a daughter having fun, looking fun and funny. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's smiling for the fences. Everybody's smiling for the fences. Then we got here we go. What do we got this? This just looks like, oh Lord, couple of old friends. You know, and you know what's funny? I know you can't see it, but on that bottom, you see that the body language of that the lady. It's 2 ladies and they're distant. So it kind of not a great vibe the whole time. This is a forced one. Have you ever been in here and it's forced? Have you ever been in one of these, a photo booth, and it's been forced? Wow, to have a document like that. It's very human. Very vulnerable. Now, and you can see that vulnerability in that last frame. See, she's leaning away. And one detail, the other one is leaning towards more, and that bottom one, she is leaning away, and she's actively frowning, Oh, well, this is interesting, a little progression. This is the same two friends, then way better body language, way better, more believable smiles. Now, this is weird. We got somebody with a panda man. But otherwise, friends looking like they're having fun. We got triples of that. Let's see. I think we've seen the rest of these. I think we just have triples and quadruples. Yep, friends having fun. Oh, this is solo. We don't see this a lot. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got a solo. So what I'm looking at here is we just got one of them farted, says Stone Monster 400. One of them farted. Interesting. Yeah, Stone's got a sort of sixth sense for that stuff. Thanks so much, Stone. I appreciate you just kind of taking a look at the body language, being able to discern that very quickly. Now, this one is a child for sure. Just definitely a child. And she's giving the middle finger, making funny faces. She's very expressive, having fun. Namaste. Namaste. Well, that's a weird one to get, but I'm thankful for it. I'm super thankful for it. So shout out to German royalty for that. Shout out to German royalty for another, couple dozen pictures. Namaste. Couple dozen pictures. Again, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Find out more down below. So let's go ahead and go to our next order of business before we open up the lines. And ladies and gentlemen, that is that's my community of devoted life. If you've seen this program at work on the call-in show and you're ready for more, I'm going to make this brief. There will be a couple more details about this later on the stream, but I invite each and every single one of you to join my inner circle, the community of devoted light at patreon.com. Where I have exclusive videos, music downloads, VHS tapes, a monthly postcard, etc., etc. The tools. If you're impressed by the call-in show and you've seen the lives transformed here through the magic here, then you've barely seen the tip of the iceberg. You've barely seen the tip of the iceberg. I invite you. Type final journey into the chat for instructions of how you too could join my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Really tremendous tools. Ask any brother or sister of devoted light over there. Namaste. Now, we do have a very exciting announcement. Very exciting. Those of you in the Discord, you know that this was coming. So it's the beginning of a new month. And about a month and a half ago, we started a brand new thing here. Very exciting stuff that the moderators and I have been having fun with. The Explorer of the Month. That's right. About, the second half of February and March was, we created a new Explorer of the Month feature. So what this is an honor and acknowledgement of a particular explorer that just really shines, really outshines, really goes above and beyond. Really, you've seen the transformation and you've seen the power sort of unleashed in them through the chat, through the calls, through their performance on our Infatuations, our romance game show. And this Explorer of the Month is simply to acknowledge and show the progress done through the commitment to the program by a particular explorer each month. Now, in addition to this acknowledgement, this explorer will also receive a little something in the mail from me, Leslie, but also a free month of community of devoted light. That's right. At the highest tier, you get the golden pig tier on the community of devoted light. So you get free reign. There is not a single thing that you don't have access to all over the community of devoted light. Any video, any podcast, anything is at your fingertips for an entire month. So guys, it's always an exciting time. So what we do over on the Discord server, me and the mods, we have a meeting, we come up with some names, right? We go back and forth, we deliberate between us, we go through some names, as well as consult you all on the Discord server, on the main channel. Just, seeing where's everyone's minds at, what are the arguments, who is somebody that stands out to each of you, right? And we go through this, we pick through that, we come up with a list of names, and we do a poll amongst each other. You know, we really split hairs. I'm not going to lie. We spend a lot of time deliberating and to come up with our Explorer of the Month each month. And guys, this one is a doozy. This one is nothing short of you know, someone who's deserved it, honestly, since their first week here. They've been here for a while, and it's been, you know, you, as soon as you see the name, you're going to recognize it, you're going to know the energy, and you're going to know that this community simply would not be what it is without the contributions and focus and unleashed power of this Explorer. So, guys, I'm not going to say anything else. We're going to let me go ahead and roll the little thingy that I've got to introduce to you this month's Explorer of the Month. Oh my goodness, what a treat. What a treat, absolute treat. Thank you so much. Blessings and namaste to Framwe Yard. I know I juked you a little bit, right? Toaster. You really thought Toaster was going to be Explorer of the Month. That's honestly the funniest joke that you can make, the funniest little goof that you could have. But congrats to in all seriousness, congrats to Framwe Yard. You absolutely earned it, absolutely deserve it. Can't wait to get you your benefits. Namaste. How does this program compare to Zone Theory? Well, Brian GLHF, Zone Theory is a bit done by two knuckleheads whose shenanigans I'm fine about. Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim. I don't really get it. I don't really understand what they're doing, and some of it seems in a little bit of a mean spirit. It seems like they're a little high, like maybe they smoke a little too much weed or something like that. But not my thing. But they're popular, and they've captured something in something for them to be as popular as they are. So I honor that. So yeah, this is completely different. This is an entirely different thing, and thanks for asking. That's a good question, though. Thanks so much, Brian. So absolutely congratulations to Framwe Yard, Explorer of the Month. Brother, can't wait. I can't wait to get you some stuff. Namaste. So guys, that's going to do it. So as I was saying, let's get into tonight's show, Dreams, as you see below. Dreams. Dreams is, dreams. What is truly limitless, right? And the reason we drill down on dreams, because there's a number of ways to reach the subconscious mind. As powerful as it is, there are so many ways to, real quick affirmation for fellas, listen. Get yourself a nice pair of colored shoelaces. You're looking to spruce things up at the workplace, let yourself stand out. And that is, that's a small one, but a very important one. It can really add to your confidence, really, really, really blossom your confidence in the workplace and maybe in the social environment. You go to a karaoke night with colored shoelaces. Everyone's like, hey, who's that guy? Next thing you know, you're getting sucked off by a who knows what it is in the bathroom of your local pub while System of a Down is being karaoke'd in the next room. Namaste. Now, let's go ahead and open up the line. So tonight we are oh, you know what I got to do? I saw that it didn't stick, so we got to switch it. There it is. All right, guys. So, guys, tonight we are getting into dreams. As we have discussed, dreams is our province, the sort of purges of the subconscious mind, or possibly a gateway to a new reality. tonight, call up the number you see on the screen and discuss with me, Leslie Tanner, your dreams. I will use my training, knowledge, and experience as both a mental health counselor as well as my dogged training in every martial art and spiritual system in the world to interpret your dreams, introduce yourself to yourself, and give you a couple little tidbits to get you to the next level that we speak about so frequently here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. So I'm going to open up the line, 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Give me a call. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first, huh? Who's gonna be first? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you today?
Hi, Leslie. It's Dee.
Dee, brother Dee, it's been a while. Guys, it's brother Dee. Please give your warmth and your greetings to Dee. It's been a while. How you doing tonight, Dee?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you, Leslie?
I'm doing very wonderfully, doing very good. I'm feeling good speaking to you. Certainly, it's been a while. What you been up to? Let's start there. What you been up to lately?
I've been going to a lot of local live events. I turned 21 recently. 21. And a whole new area of the map is unlocked.
Look at that. Namaste. You're getting your little side. You got a whole branch of side quests now. Now that you're 21, you get into all these little places. So how have you been enjoying being a 21-year-old man lately?
Oh, it's great. I can legally drink alcohol in bars and such, and talk to other, sad people, and just get a good time going.
Right. Yeah. So you're talking real quick. Communal vision coming in from DD's Nuts, bitch, LMAO. That's from Fram, Explorer of the Month.
Thank you, Fram. I'm graced with your presence. Congrats on your Explorer of the Month achievement.
Something special, right? He really did it to him, and we got to acknowledge that, even though he's being a little scoundrel to you right now.
Indeed, he is.
But you're taking it in good sport, and I really give you your commendation for that. So, Dee, so sad people. You say sad people. What kind of sad people have you met? Talk to us about that. What's one of the characters off the top of your mind that you've met in the past couple, weeks or months in a bar meeting other sad people?
Well, there's this one fella. He comes around and he'll just be joke around a little bit and be like, I'm just kidding, I'm an asshole. I was like, you haven't said anything super asshole-ish, but then he came around the other night and he had two black eyes, and I was like, oh, I guess you are an asshole.
Two black eyes. Did he tell you, did he share with you how he got the black eyes?
He didn't share, but I think so. I heard from somebody that he said something racist, so it's an easy ticket to two black eyes for sure. Two black guys, maybe even.
Two black guys, 2 equals 2 black eyes. Who knows? Were you curious as to what he said that got his ass beat? If it was racist, did your ears peak up?
I was curious, but I didn't find out anything. I tend not to dwell.
Right. Well, and with this guy, it's because if you don't really know exactly what it is, then you can really let your imagination run wild. Who knows?
Yeah, it's so much. There's a lot of things you can say. There's many races to offend.
Right. I know. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? I love that. I love your open mind. Thanks for calling in tonight, Dee. So listen, I'd love to get to tonight's theme with you, dreams. Tonight we're discussing dreams at the seasons change. I'd love to discuss with you maybe a dream that you've had recently, or maybe just the first dream that you can remember off the top of your mind that you feel comfortable sharing with us tonight.
I had a dream. I I wrote a song in a dream. I write music and stuff.
Right. Yeah,
you
we've
know.
discussed this.
And I actually, it was interesting. I was in this scenario where I was like a bus boy or something or the other, and I was trying to take down this guy's. I was a valet, I think. I was trying to take down what this guy needed at like. I was a valet at a stadium, I guess, and I was trying to take down what this guy needed on a notepad. And he was just getting really fed up with me because I couldn't write well because, you know, dream actions are always harder than real life actions. And I got fed up with him, and I kind of boiled up, and then I started singing a song at him, and it had like harmonies and stuff. I was like, and I woke up and I remembered what it is. I wrote it down.
Wow. So is it finished yet? That's amazing.
I wrote some chords to it. All I have is the chorus right now. I didn't write any verses or anything, but yeah, it's a work in progress.
Right, but we got a chorus coming to you literally from a dream, and tell me what exactly happened with this other figure in the dream that spurned you. It upset you. It sounds like.
It did upset me. He was. I don't exactly remember what he said, but I'm sure he was calling me names, probably being racist, most definitely being provocative.
Interesting. So maybe you had a racist figure in your mind's eye, sort of yelling little racial epithets at you, and this inspired you.
This inspired me, indeed.
That's interesting. You know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of artists are known for, you know, for really valuing inspiration and really curating and crafting what they see to be as sort of like predictable and you'll hear the word safe a lot. And they speak about it's very important for their process, for their inspiration, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, I've never been a fan of this. I work with a lot of artists, and honestly, sometimes I'll send them in the opposite direction. I'll put them on the bus. I'll have them sit next to, one time I had a young man, a little bit older than you, come to me. He said, I've got a deadline coming up. I need to turn in this music for a Powerade commercial. I was told to write Powerade music for a Powerade commercial. I'm blocked. Leslie, what do I do? I sent him on the train, and I had him sit next to this older homeless guy who had pulled both his pants and underwear down to his ankles and was lathering lotion on his thighs for about 35 minutes. The smell was intense. He threw up, but goddamn it, you know what he did after that?
Did he get that Powerade commercial done?
Yeah, he wrote some goddamn tremendous Powerade music. Sounded like Justice or something.
Did you know the lotion man?
He didn't remember me, but I have definitely met him on several occasions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I attempted to work with him once. He's very unruly, which I admire and respect. But he's got the sort of, sometimes you can be too mentally ill and your memory goes, and you're really it's impossible. It's impossible. You're just kind of running for the brick wall at that point.
Yeah, that's very true. Leslie, would you like to hear the lyrics that I came up with in my dream? I think they're pretty inspiring. I'd like to share with the crowd.
Oh my God, guys, guys in the chat, we are about to hear straight from the source of a subconscious mind right now. We are about to hear the power as felt and expressed by explorer Didi. You've all seen him. He's very handsome. So let's go ahead and get a look at some new material coming in from Didi. I'm going to go ahead and pause the music. Go ahead.
Okay, so just to set the scene a little bit again, I'm very angry at this guy who I'm trying to attend to.
Right, he's being racist.
I boil up. Yeah, and I boil up, and I go in with a bunch of harmonies behind me, and I go, when you say you are interesting to people who aren't interested, the things that become interesting are hard to understand.
Wow. Can we do that one more time? Can you share that one more time?
Of course. When you say you are interesting to people who aren't interested, the things that become interesting are hard to understand.
Wow. Wow. And what kind of music are we putting behind that, huh?
Probably a sort of White Stripes, heavy guitar chords and.
I was gonna say that's what I
drums.
felt. That's what I felt underneath it. I was, I could go, something like, like a White Stripes kind of thing, or even all the way over to sort of like a thoughtful poppier punk or something like this. Right?
I've dabbled in that, yes.
Yes, namaste. Yeah, well, listen, Dee Dee, I want to leave it right there. What you've done is a huge boon to our evening tonight as we explore dreams, and we've really shown, really shown with a tremendous example the power of the subconscious mind. Thanks so much, Dee Dee.
Can I plug something real quick?
Please.
I've been releasing music all this year so far. Got 2 singles and an EP out. Bill and Donovan on all of the streamings. They're great. One of them's pop rocky sort of thing. The EP is Zappa-esque, sort of jazz fusion-y, orchestral sort of thing. And the most recent is a big band jazz romp that sounds live but isn't.
I love that. Can you please put a link in the Discord server for those of us that are interested after hearing about that?
Absolutely.
Please.
Thank you very much, Leslie.
Namaste, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for getting us started tonight.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. Love that. Love that young man. Love that young man. Look at that. He has got I won't say bright future, but at least maybe he's working with something interesting at the very least. And that's more than we can say about a lot of us, right? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, right? It's not a lot of us are gifted with interesting things to play with. Sometimes we're not that smart. We're not that charismatic. We're not that attractive. Namaste. M-E-O-K. M-E-O-K. Namaste. M-E-O-K. Is that the real M-E-O-K? I think so. Damn. Namaste. M-E-O-K. Blessings to you. I saw your stream very early on. I think you were getting interviewed by, early on for me, I saw you getting interviewed by Code Miko back in the day. Pumped me the fuck up watching you do crazy stuff with your VTuber. Blessings and namaste. Shout out M-E-O-K. Got about like 40,000 more times more followers than I do. But let's shout her out. Shout out M-E-O-K and namaste. Blessings and namaste. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none. From coast to coast, you've heard the phrase, the program works, and that's because, ladies and gentlemen, the program works. Blessings and namaste to all of you. Let's go ahead and recap those, because there's a lot of, I feel a lot of new blood in the chat right now. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get through the 4 tenets. So, guys, when I say the program, a lot of people ask me, what exactly do I mean is the program? Well, I'll tell you. It couldn't be simpler. I've boiled down every single tool you need to transform every aspect of your life to 4 basic tenets. 4 basic tenets. Namaste. We begin with relaxation. Now, to relax is to be in pain. We do not relax feeling good. You got nice candles, you got incense, throw them in the goddamn trash. Those are killing you. You're killing yourself. Do not do those things. If you're relaxing in a sort of Leslian sense, an exploratory sense, what that means quite simply is to feel bad. Relaxing into what is the question that I use to guide myself. And if you're not feeling bad, you're not relaxing. Namaste. Now, second of all, after we are relaxing into the true fabric of reality and space and time, we will be flooded with facts and feelings. And it is important to question. That's right. The second step of the program is to question those facts and feelings. And as we question, we are questioning to destroy every facet of anything that can be destroyed until we whittle down to the diamond of reality, the diamond of the self, the diamond of the other. And ladies and gentlemen, once we have that, it is important to express ourselves. Yes. Third step of the program is my personal favorite step of the program, but by far the most pointless step of the program. to express yourself. Just much like this eagle behind me expresses itself, we must take very seriously the act of expression. And as any artist will tell you, it's fucking pointless and redundant. If an artist is telling you that it's good to express yourself, that it's worth something, that they're going to change themselves, that they're going to change the world, that there's something gratifying at the end of it, run in the opposite direction to here. Run away from them. They are liars. They are jackals. They are rapists of the highest order. Express yourself to exhaustion. Express yourself till you are looking in the mirror at the most inadequate, shriveled up, redundant piece of shit you've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen, because once you are able to do that, once you are able to exhaust yourself through expression, that is when you are truly, truly exploring the universe as for the first time. And for the first time you are exploring the universe, namaste. You've reached the mastery of the program, and you're able to see with your eyes exactly what there is to see. Think with your mind what there is to think. Trust your senses finally, knowing that you have made it through every layer that there of bullshit that there is, and you have unlocked your true power and your true potential. Namaste. Explore. Wow, we really did a good job. Cat, Rom, Common, Doofus, and Pimperknuckle. Thank you so much. Nobody tarted out on my buttons and got us, lost in outer space on the way to through the four. Go ahead and give me a call, 708-240-8953. Tonight we explore dreams. Tonight we are exploring dreams. Namaste. Allow me to interpret. Yeah, Doofus, thank you so much. Really held it down. Cat Rom, you really did a tremendous job. Thank you so much. You really got us started in the right way, in the beautiful way, and namaste to you. Namaste. Let me change your life. 708-240-8953. Call the guru and tell him your deepest secrets. I wrote this poem about a fart. It isn't much, but it's a start. That sent a chill down my spine, Underhill. That sent a chill down my spine. That was not good. Not good. Blessings and namaste. Guys, real quick shout out again to Fram Weard, our Explorer of the Month. Our Explorer of the Month, Fram Weard. Blessings and namaste. Fram Weard really did a tremendous job. Tremendous job. Now, I'll share with you a dream, or sort of recurring. Oh, got a caller. Maybe another time I'll share my recurring dream with you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, this is Angry Scar 09.
Angry Scar 09. Would you believe it? Guys, Angry Scar 09 on the call. Can we do a quick shout out? Angry Scar 09, tremendous streamer in and of himself. Beautiful stream. Very funny, entertaining, personable, charming young man. Blessings and namaste, Angry Scar 09. Thanks so much for the call and for joining us.
Of course. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here.
Now, Angry Scar 09, first of all, before we get into the theme,
Sure.
would you believe it that you were one of the names that came up in the running for Explorer of the Month this month?
And you know what? I saw you were doing Explorer of the Month, and we're starting a fresh month. This is my month. This is my month.
This is your month.
I'm getting it.
He's calling it. He's calling it.
I'm going for it. So if you want it, you got to take it from me.
Oh, my goodness gracious, all guys. Right. So Angry Scar 09 calling it on the first stream of the month, saying, April's mine, get out of my... The big dog is jumping off the porch, ready to eat your children, ready to eat you up. Namaste.
Damn right.
Real quick, so Angry Scar 09, wonderful to speak to you always. Whenever we get a chance to speak, I really cherish it. Let's start with you. What have you been up to lately?
Nothing much. Just taking it easy today. Just having a chill day. Just booked a plane trip going to Vegas this month.
Going to Vegas this month, Fram Weard. Toaster is streaming WoW right now, and I'm not suggesting anyone bully him about it in his chat, but I do think that would be funny. Yeah, let him know that we disrespected him with, let's do it again. Tell him that we did this. One moment, Angry Scar, I'll be right back with you in just a moment. I'm gonna do another little joke on Toaster.
All right.
See, it's funny. It's funny because it's funny because no way that would ever happen. That's such a that. Oh my goodness gracious. Beautiful. Well, Angry Scar 09. Listen, I would, so we're going to Vegas. You said. What's taking us to Vegas?
Well, I'm going down to WrestleMania.
Wow, that's gonna be so fun.
Yep, first time ever going to a wrestling pay-per-view like that. Something that big.
How steep are the tickets for something like that? Pretty steep, right?
So they're just over 1,000 it's a 2-night event now. So it's not just one night. So you have to pay for both nights.
Wow. Yeah. I'll bet that runs a pretty penny, huh? But it means, wrestling fans, I've got some in my life. I try to dabble when I'm around with them, but it's hard for me to keep up.
They're odd people.
They're odd people, and they're, you'd think they were all autistic, but I know better than to think they're all autistic. But, the intensity with which they really enjoy these wrestling shows is some, and the lore and the history and I got one friend who would spend his entire Saturdays watching about 11 consecutive hours of Japanese wrestling on his television.
Oh, shit. That's the crazy stuff over there. They get wild.
Yeah, you ever get into Japanese wrestling?
I have seen some. They do some crazy shit over there.
They do, and it's a different vibe, isn't it?
It is, and the audience is quiet. The audience will be real quiet, and they'll just every once in a while you hear, "Oh,
hi,
oh,
hi,"
yeah, and they'll freak out.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the little Japanese things that they say in Japan, and I'm blanking on them. Desku or something like. Isn't there one like that?
I want to see blood. I think that might.
Can somebody help? Me out here over in chat? What are the little Japanese things they say in Japan? They say oh. Arigato is one for sure. The Japanese things they say.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a domo, but they're probably not saying domo necessarily. Hi. Yeah, they're saying hi a lot.
Hi.
Uwu. They're
Shiitake.
saying shiitake. Yeah, that's a good. Okay. I know they've got a shakuhachi flute. That
Jesus Christ.
Thing. Yeah,
that's a crazy one.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. I don't know why I know that. So yeah, rather than helping, not Misha, just kind of repeating the things I'm saying. Really appreciate that. Well, listen, not to get lost in the weeds. I'm very happy that you're going to WrestleMania. You're going to have such a fun time over there. Please, bring back some stories about the experience if you have time. But listen, I do want to take you to task on tonight's theme, which is dreams, Angry Scar.
Yeah, and that plays into it kind of because they kind of are related a little bit.
Tell me what you mean by that. Give me some details. What do you mean by that statement?
So for a good while, I had reoccurring nightmares that I was in a dive-bombing plane. I was in plane crashes. And I would have that dream nonstop. And it just, freaked me the hell out. And, what's going there? I have to get over my fear of, that reoccurring dream of that always happening. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
So you had a recurring dream of taking a flight to where? Yeah. To Las Vegas?
No, in the dream, it's that's not even part of it. It's just I'm already in the air and just something goes bad. It's I know none of the back story or anything.
So you don't know where you're coming from, going to. You're just on a plane and then you fucking die.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, but there was one, like most of them were generic like that, but there was one that stood out that was not like any of the others. Where, so it's the normal setup. I'm in the plane, it's going down.
Right.
But then I get like a view of the pilot like it's a movie.
Sure.
It's Chris Tucker. It's Chris Tucker yelling back at everyone like, shut the fuck up. I'll dive bomb this bitch. I'll dive bomb this bitch. It's Chris Tucker. And he's like really mad. And he's like, I'm taking it down. And then he takes it straight towards the ground. But then it fast forwards in time. It's all of us getting off the plane. We're alive. It's fine. And then my sister's in the line of people. She looks at me and says, you know you're in a dream, right? I swear to God.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God.
Wow.
And then when she told me that, I think I started lucid dreaming, because then I transport to the beach where there was like all of my favorite music acts. I'm on the beach. These two hot babes call me towards the pool. They're like, hey, come over here, hot stuff.
I love this.
Here.
Yeah, tell me more.
Yeah. And then they their hands over me. I wear my swim trunks. And then I'm like, then we head over down to the pool. I mean, and then, of course, you wake up at the best part. And you're erect. And that's the worst part. I mean, that's, yeah.
I understand. You sometimes you want to be erect, sometimes you don't. You know, it's really not, it's out of your hands at some point. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, you remember you ever had to have, you know, we're gonna get to the dream, but have you ever had to explain to a woman at any point in your life when they might have noticed that you have a boner or something, and they're like, really, you have a boner right now, as if like, you know, there was some sort of like active intention to like.
Yeah,
I'm ready to fuck right now, but it's just you have a boner. It could have been anything.
No, I just tell them that means there's 3 more months of winter. I mean, come on, give me that.
Yes, I love that. Get rid of the groundhog. I want to see your penis.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I love that. Angry Scar, thank you so much. Listen, so let's get into the dream. I see Chris Tucker dive bombing the plane.
Yeah.
And part of your motivation for this is to go to Las Vegas is to get over your fear of flying.
Yep.
You know, so are you nervous to ride the plane? Do you think that this dream was a vision?
I am. Well, I mean, it's just that like, cause it all like, I'm not trying to like drag it too long, cause it stemmed. I started having those dreams after I had a really bad flight. I had a really bad one, and that's when they started. I had like a 8-hour flight from like, I went to Europe, and it was just like turbulence for 2.5 hours, and that's when the dream started. So I think that's like what was the root.
And you know, and so Chris Tucker being a part of this dream too.
Yeah, I don't know why he was in it. I mean, that's.
I mean, do you think was it scary? Did he have a scary effect on you, or did it feel like was it like kind of? Also, was it kind of like older fat Chris Tucker, or like a young Rush Hour Chris Tucker, Def Comedy?
No, Rush Hour, definitely Rush Hour, and he was just really mad. Like he was like vein popping out of his head.
Oof.
Like it was.
He was pissed, and he's ready to destroy you and everyone.
And then he did. Like he took us down. I mean,
you know,
if I see he's like if I get on the plane and see he's flying when I go to Vegas, I'm not getting on.
No,
I'm not getting on.
I think that's listen. I think you're 100% on the money. I think you're exactly right. I would say if Chris Tucker was even in first class, if he's riding coach, roll the dice, maybe. If he's in first class, if he's close to that cockpit at all, get out of there.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Interesting. One thing that's on my mind, you know, that I gotta say is you picked a funny time to test your fear because there's all these planes going down all the time, huh?
I know, right?
What's?
But the thing is I booked it before that started happening. Of course, that's my.
Oh my goodness! So before
it's like I'm already so scared. Like I booked this in February, and then then all that shit starts happening. I'm like, what the fuck? Of course.
Yeah, we got.
And yeah,
We got. Well, is it Boeing kind of sending us back to like?
I don't know.
You know, turning our planes into jalopies, you know, sending us back to the Wright brothers era, and I love how brave you are, though. It's very masculine of you. Do you feel masculine?
I mean, I do.
I love that because you're going for wrestling. You're challenging your fears. You are asserting yourself against the nature of the outside world and the nature inside of yourself, and I think that's beautiful.
Thank
You
you,
read
Leslie.
something inside of your mind, inside of your mind's eye, in your subconscious mind, and you challenge it. You
Exactly.
feel as if your subconscious mind presented you a challenge.
I'm not letting it stop me.
No, you're not, and I love that. I'm absolutely in love with that. Now, listen, Angry Scars Zero 9, could you go ahead and share with the chat right now, what was your thinking? You know, what was your thinking in deciding to challenge your subconscious mind? Because a lot of people, we've all got our own nightmares, right? I'm sure somebody in chat right now is thinking, man, this is very inspiring to me, Angry.
Yeah.
Because I too am afraid of my own nightmares, but have yet found the inspiration to challenge my subconscious mind. What would you tell that person listening in the chat right now?
So there was just all these opportunities where it's like, I could have flown here, I could have done this, I could have flown there. I'm not going to do it. Then this one came up, going to Mania. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it. Who gives a shit? I'm not letting it hold me back anymore. It's time. And that's
Wow.
time to change.
So your entire strategy, if I'm hearing you correctly, can be boiled down to fuck it.
Fuck it.
Wow. Angry Scar, let's
Okay.
leave it right there. That was beautiful. That was an absolutely
Of course,
gorgeous,
Leslie.
very inspiring place to end our call tonight. I really appreciate that from you. Namaste to you. When are you going to be streaming next?
We'll be live tomorrow.
Live tomorrow. What time?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Guys,
doing something.
7 Eastern time tomorrow. Check out Angry Scar, guys. He'll be
Yeah.
live. Namaste.
Thank
Real
you,
quick.
Leslie.
Do we do a shout out? For you? I don't even know.
I don't know. All right, namaste, Leslie. Have a good night. Thank you.
Namaste, Angry. Blessings and namaste.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, we did one. Okay. Wow. Next one's this Saturday, by the way. No, we'll wait. Nope, not this Saturday. Scratch that. Not this Saturday. I'll announce it. God damn it. Applebox, namaste and blessings to you. Yeah, don't type infatuations because you're not going to get information you need. I'll make the announcement soon. Angry Scars Your Night subbing blessings and namaste. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. Look at that. See that face? I didn't know you had 3 kids also. Thank you for that. Fuck it, says Angry Scars 09. Fuck it, says Angry Scars 09. Beautiful man. Masculine energy, and we're thankful for that. It's exactly what we need. It's exactly what we need. Caller, welcome to Exploration. Applebox subbing for the 8th month in a row. Holy frickin' moly. Look at that. Look at that beautiful little face right there. You got a puppet. He's smoking a cig. He's just like, what? He's like got a little shrug on his face. You can see. What? Really? Me? But he's saying fuck it, which means he's a man and he's got a big hard cock. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
This is Dinky the what was that?
It's Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
Dinky the Dick Destroyer?
Yeah, I was on Infatuations.
That's right. Yeah, Dinky, I remember you clearly. I've seen you on Infatuations, a couple of these other streams. Guys, if you remember Dinky the Dick Destroyer, a really sort of dark figure, right? A sort of dark, mysterious figure with a very twisted mind who graced us on our most recent Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. Dinky, it's great to have you back on the program. How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling a little twisted tonight.
Feeling twisted. Now, of course, I would expect nothing less from some dark, twisted, mysterious mind like yours. But listen, tonight, Dinky, we're talking about dreams, brother Dinky. I'm going to take you right to task. Tell me about a dream you've had recently, and allow me to sort of explore it with you and give you something that you may or may not even be aware of that you need. Real quick, communal vision from Fram Weard. Fram says, "Whoop whoop," in response to any response to that, Dinky?
I'm legally not allowed to say that. I have been legally certified to juggalos, and I'm not allowed to be part of their club because I'm too twisted.
Interesting. So even too twisted for the juggalos, if you can imagine that. Now, Dinky, go ahead. Take us. Do you have a dream on your mind that you can think of right now?
Well, I've had dreams. To other people, they'd probably be nightmares, but to me, they're just regular dreams.
Of course they are, because I would expect nothing less. Tell me about one of these. Well, for someone else it would be a nightmare, but for you it would be a regular. Well, actually, real quick, we've got to go through Pepperoncini's communal vision that we missed just a minute ago. 1 minute, Dinky. Fun Japan fact. The people of Japan are great lovers of art. So much so, they made their houses out of paper. Bring a pack of crayons and draw on the walls to show your respect for their culture the next time you're on the island of the Blossom Storm. All right, so let's go ahead. Talk to me about one of these dreams, one of these nightmares, one of these dreams. Talk to me.
Well, imagine yourself in a fun carnival, but this time it's a little bit different than what you'd expect. It's dark out, and the lights are dimmer than you would normally think it would be at night at a carnival. Then you walk into the big top area, the big circus tent, the main one with the big old pool in the middle. But there's a spooky white smoke coming out of it instead of fun laughter.
That's so upsetting already. Is this the end of the dream? Because I'm already spooked.
No, this is, and to me, this is just fun. This is a normal day in my dreams. I'm not even scared a little bit so far. And then I get to inside the big old circus tent, and instead of there being a fun elephant who's alive, he's a dead skeleton elephant.
And wait, there's just an elephant?
No, there's more. I'm just drawing it out for the suspense of the listener.
Okay. All right, I'm on board. This is already very spooky stuff. I can tell how this would be very chilling to a normal person, but to you, because you are so twisted, this is very just normal, everyday stuff that you kind of enjoy.
Yeah, these are things that I think about on a daily basis, maybe even an hourly, 2-minute basis on my mind. Because imagine you look up and you see the trapeze act, and you're so excited because of the death-defying feats. For some, that would be scary enough. But imagine these people don't have feet.
They don't have feet?
They don't have feet.
And you're telling me that you enjoy this kind of stuff, that you enjoy thinking, you get a kind of a sick pleasure out of this kind of imagery.
I'd say it's a twisted pleasure, but yes, essentially the same thing what you said.
Okay, so no feet. All right. Is that the end? Is there more?
Oh, there's one more thing. Of course, you can't have a circus without clowns. And sure, maybe like a normal clown to some people would be scary. But imagine instead of their normal clothes, well, it's still their normal clothes, but there's blood on them.
Wow.
They're holding a knife instead of a funny horn.
And do these clowns do anything? Are they just kind of tonal?
No, they're just kind of there and just give you the ambiance of the room.
Okay, I hear you.
Because you see, in my dream, the true psychopath is me. I'm killing the clowns and doing harm to the patrons of the carnival.
Now, where's this all going? What kind of sick ending does this dream have? Like, you've already painted a horrifying picture that would upset most of a normal person's mind. And tell me, where are we going with this?
Well, at the end, before I wake up, I go to get some popcorn from the snack area at the carnival, and I go to take a big old bite. I close my eyes and stick my hands in and find out, instead of popcorn, it's poopy. And even that's too much for me, and I wake up in a hot sweat.
Did you say it's poopy? Did you say poop?
Poopy. It's poop in there.
So instead of popcorn, there's literal human feces.
I couldn't determine the origin of the poopy.
So you can't tell.
Something I am going to eat, which is why it becomes a scary dream for me at the end.
Is it like wet or are they turds? I can help you figure this out.
It's like little turds that would be kind of like, presumably their own individual pieces of popcorn. So you could individually, pop them out and then pop them into
Right.
your mouth.
Okay.
They have some structure to them,
Right. Wow. Maybe it's clown poop or like a sick elephant.
Maybe it's the twisted circus. They have to source it from somewhere.
Wow. You truly do have a rotten sick mind. Well, let me ask you real quick, Dinky. A lot of us know that you do have a twisted mind, as you've illustrated for us tonight. Let me take a more broad question before I interpret your dream. What was your relationship like with your mom?
It was twisted. She chased me around with a butcher knife. She was definitely a part of my life, though.
So she would chase you around with a butcher knife?
Have you seen that one Buster Rhymes video where it's like the fisheye lens and the scary guy chases the lady around the house?
I didn't understand what you just said. Say it again.
Mode? Have you seen the music video for Flip Mode by Buster Rhymes?
Yes.
It was like that, but instead of the scary monster chasing the lady around, it was the lady chasing the scary monster around.
To be chased by the person that brought you into this world, created you life, who you depend on for life-affirming sustenance to shape you, is this person is chasing you around with a butcher knife. Now that truly is twisted. That truly is a horror. I can imagine you have all sorts of problems.
Life's not great for me right now.
Yeah. And real quick, let's talk about your dad. What was your relationship like with your dad?
It was less jovial and fun, just more painful.
Wait, say it again. I couldn't hear that.
It was less whimsically scary and just more kind of abusive.
Right, just kind of straight abusive. Not quite like a horror movie necessarily, but abusive. You're saying.
1,000 cuts.
What kind of abuse?
Over the course of
Physical, emotional, sexual. What kind of abuse?
You name it, it was there. Just, kind of not a whole lot of fun. Think of scary, chasing people with a scary knife as a clown.
I love that. Well, it sounds like Christmas is no fun for Dinky. Maybe you could have your own twisted little Christmas, right?
Instead of a Christmas tree, I have a Christmas tree with blood on it.
I'll bet you enjoyed Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
I do. It was my identity for many years in high school.
I love that. I knew a lot of people like that, and all of them also abused, pretty sure.
Yep, I'd love to have art books of Tim Burton. That Steven was okay with the stuff he did, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because it's so twisted.
Oh my goodness gracious, I love this. I'm in love with this. Well, thank you. Listen, I feel like we've gotten a lot out of your dream without necessarily going into the specific imagery. I think getting a peek under the hood of Dinky the clown, the dick-destroying clown, has been a real trip. I think a lot of us would have guessed that you were abused by your parents, and to hear about it is just an absolute confirmation of that fact, and I can't wait to use this as a grounds for further exploration with you, Dinky. Any final thoughts to share with the chat before we move on?
Yes, can I plug my Fet Life?
You plug your, what was it?
My Fet Life?
Your Fet Life. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, check me out, Dinky the Dick Destroyer on Fet Life. Yet to have anyone want to connect with me. But I really love twisted things and psychosexual games, and would look forward to someone who would like to do something similar.
Wow. And so what's your username? Just on FetLife?
Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
Dinky the Dick Destroyer. Just look up Dinky the Dick Destroyer on FetLife right now if you're looking for that special someone.
72.
What was that?
72, yes, it's 72 at the end. 72, the number.
72. So Dinky the Dick Destroyer 72.
That's right.
Okay, guys, check it out. Dinky the Dick Destroyer 72 on FetLife. Namaste, and thank you for being so generous with yourself tonight, Dinky.
Thank you, Leslie, and I'm watching you.
Oh my God, I know you will. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Leslie Tanner, it's the man of the hour himself. Toaster is here. I heard the good news.
Oh, did ya?
Yep, I gladly accept my Explorer of the Month trophy. Peppercini, I was streaming while you were streaming, actually, and Peppercini dropped in and told me the good news. He dropped the good news.
He did?
And, yeah, and the everyone in the chat went crazy. And I was popping off. You should have seen me. I was honking horns and, ringing bells and stuff like that. Oh, it's a long time coming, and I'm like so stoked that all this hard work I put in, the $10,000. Remember this $10,000, Leslie?
I do.
Remember
that was a long time ago, yeah.
One of our first calls where you taught me how to talk to people and hide behind plants and stop hiding behind plants. Oh man, I think back to all this time, all the hours I put into you, all the money I put into this, and to see that it's finally paying off. And all the relationships that I've been through throughout this journey. Fumiko, Goralda, Sama Pillapater, all of them, all those lovely gals. All the stories we shared together, you and I, all the fights we had, and like thinking back, it's just so silly, some of them. But I was really serious about them at the time. I remember there was times where I wanted to wring your neck, but like we always come through in the end. And this, like, we have so much in common. We're both Geminis. I remember when I found that out. We both have ADHD. We both have herpes. Like, the list goes on. What?
I don't have herpes.
Well, I'm just really stoked about this.
Listen, you deserve it, Toaster. It really is a massive honor to be able to give you this really important honor real quick. Let's go ahead. You watch the screen. I'll play the video for you now with the announcement.
Yeah, because I missed it when it happened. Because
okay,
like I said,
here
I was
it is.
Streaming. Okay.
Wait a second. I'll play in a second. Hold on.
Oh, it's popping up now.
And Pepperoncini says, here comes the boom. Because Pepperoncini is such a good friend. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. There it is. Yep. Hold on. There's a bunch of hold on 1 second. Let's get back. We need to get rid of all this stuff. Hold on one moment. We're having a problem over here. There's a bunch of bullshit on the screen. Yeah, no. The Pepperoncini Camille Vision kind of sent a little spiral into the workings over here. So we're just going to be hitting a reset button on all this stuff. One moment.
What I'm seeing on that screen is says Framweird, and I thought Jen was the previous, so I don't know where Framweird's coming from because there was only one Explorer of the Month before this, right?
Yeah, no. Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fram was a sub. Fram subbed, and he shared a message, so that's why all that stuff's up there. So
okay.
Here's your announcement.
Crosswire. Wait, the Framwire thing, you said that was a Crosswire. You said it was not Framweird, right? What was the just kidding?
Gotcha. Namaste. Yeah, we just got your ass, Toaster. That was a joke.
That's a joke, so I am the Explorer of the Month.
No, you are not. You are not. It was a joke that you were given the Explorer of the Month. You weren't even in the running.
Wait, but Pepperoncini came into my stream and he said that I won the Explorer of the Month award.
You didn't. You actually you weren't even in the finalists. You weren't even close. So the joke is here. I'll explain the joke to you. You dabble in comedy, so you might understand this a little bit. But the joke being that it's ridiculous to think that you would get Explorer of the Month. So giving you Explorer of the Month is like a joke in and of itself. You see where I'm coming from?
No, because what about all the stuff I was saying before, where like all the hard work paying off and all the stuff we've been through? That wasn't a joke. That was not a joke. You put in a lot of work in the program, and money. And you're my best friend, and all of that. And $10,000 and friends and work and time.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, listen, but as far as being Explorer of the Month, all that being said, you weren't even close. Framweird says that's another WUCU star for me, Toast.
What did Framweird even do? Why is Framweird get it? He's an Aries scum.
Aries scum. Well, first of all, that is, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about with that, but the reason he got it is he's got a great energy, very positive, very funny. He contributes a lot. He doesn't stream WoW in the while we're streaming over here. He doesn't.
We don't even get into that. We need to get into that because Wednesday's my day, buddy. I got news for you. So you're streaming on my day. You're on my turf.
Well, listen, as somebody who, and that's fine. That's fine. We're not always going to line up, but to disrespect me like that and then want to be Explorer of the Month today or a moderator tomorrow?
Me, by the way, speaking of disrespect, while we're here on this topic of disrespect, guess what? I unmodded every single one of your moderators. Yeah.
I heard.
I'm not. There's no crossover because conflict of interest. Remember that little phrase you like to keep throwing up?
I do, Toaster. I do remember because it's true and it's real. And you can bitch all you want about it, but it's real.
Yeah, you're gonna be the one bitching. You just lost a huge ally, buddy.
Are you threatening me right now?
Maybe I am. What would you do if I was, hypothetically? What would you do?
Pepperoncini, we are doing the Take the L emote dance from Fortnite on you. Everybody's making fun of you right now.
Stop doing. Don't do the dance. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Listen. I heard about the purge.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the purge.
I heard about the purge, and I just want you to know that that level of aggression won't go unanswered. You think that I almost didn't do an April Fool's Day joke because I thought it was mean, and I didn't want to hurt you. Fram Weard, I'm going to say a banned term if you keep it up. Fram's going to say a banned word. You really want to force him?
See, is this the person you want to give Explorer of the Month to?
Yeah.
Someone who manipulates and gaslights and controls.
What are you
like
talking
typical
about?
Fire signs,
Manipulates,
like a fire
gaslights,
sign would.
What does that mean?
That's fire signs for you, buddy. I got news for you. You don't want to associate with these people.
Orca Star says, biggest anime betrayal of all time. Listen, Toaster.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Leslie?
Toaster, listen to me. I don't know what we do next. I don't know where we go from here. But I want you to know, if you're going to purge my moderators from your ranks and expect that to go unanswered, like I said, I almost didn't do this little joke on you because I thought it was too mean, because you have put in a lot of work. But when I heard about that, I walked over to my team, I walked into the studio, and I said, make it happen. Make this happen. I want to disrespect him. I want to pull his pants down.
Yeah, well, I think you already did that by streaming on Wednesday, my day. So
Stone Monster 400, Earth Gang for life. Says Stone Monster 400.
Oh, the Earth signs are on their own little world. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea.
No, that's another thing. For all this shit you're talking about with astrological signs, you're not even doing tarot anymore. Why should we take this seriously?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with tarot. I've burnt out my energy by doing a tarot stream every single week.
Right.
Okay, for 6 weeks straight. You know, have any idea the toll that takes a man? No, you don't, because you don't know shit about tarot. You don't even know what your sign is. You don't even know what a fire sign is. You have no idea how dangerous Fram Weird is, and you have no idea how much trouble you just put yourself in by accepting him into your ranks like that.
This is the ridiculous flailings of somebody who got their pants pulled down in front of an entire community of people, about 30,000 people watching right now, all laughing, all doing the L dance from Fortnite at the one and only Toaster, aka What's Up Cats Up. Now, listen, I don't feel good about where we're at, but I don't see the next step forward. I think this is just where we're at right now.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Leslie. I'm gonna get the cards out, and I'm gonna refocus my energies, and I'm gonna do a tarot stream this Monday, and we're gonna figure something out.
You gonna read my tarot?
I'm gonna read your tarot, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let me think about it, okay?
Okay, you think about it.
So you're saying that you want to do a tarot reading with me on your stream on Monday night. That's what I'm hearing.
I want to resolve this, and I think we need the cards to help. Now, I've been resting my spiritual energies for the past, how long has it been? 4 weeks since my last tarot stream?
As a man, is that enough time?
As a man, that is enough time. As a man, yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to give you a soft yes.
Okay.
A soft yes. But I reserve the right. I reserve the right to say no.
You reserve the right to not take this seriously. Is that what you're saying?
You know I take it seriously. You know I take your powers seriously. You know that I do. Pepperoncini, fun Japan fact, Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z's penis is Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty. Fun little crossover. Any response, Toaster?
I don't ask for communal visions.
All right, then. Well, I guess that's that. I guess we'll tentatively, I'll see you on Monday. Guys, join Toaster's stream to see if tarot can save the relationship between, Leslie and Toaster on Monday night.
We'll see.
We'll see.
How do
We'll
you
see.
feel?
Maybe I'll.
How do you?
What?
I think, like, listen, we've been through it enough. We've been through enough hardships. I feel okay. I feel like this is still salvageable. Granted, this is probably, the closest we've ever come to, like, truly, once and for all, breaking up, so to speak. But
sometimes it
I'm
happens.
taking it seriously. We have to both be taking it seriously, Leslie, and it's up to you.
Okay. Listen, I've heard enough. We've both disrespected each other. We're both, at each other's throats right now. Maybe we'll see a resolution on Monday night. Maybe we won't. How about that?
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
Little Miss Whatever with a final question for you. Little Miss Whatever said, "Hey Toaster, do you want a deck of my SpongeBob tarot I'm currently illustrating?"
I do answer communal visions now, and yes, I love SpongeBob SquarePants. Hey, quick question to everyone in the chat, everyone listening. DM me your favorite episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. That's all.
All right. Namaste.
Bye.
Say it.
My favorite episode is Rock Bottom.
That's not what I asked. Got him. Got his ass. He's upset. He's running behind tarot right now. He's being like, oh, maybe the Seven of Cups. Maybe the Seven of Cups has something to say about this. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. One moment. I'll make the announcement. It's not, if you type that, you're not going to get the right information, but. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Guru, it's Jim. How you doing?
Jim, good to hear from you, brother. I'm doing wonderfully. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. If we're just going to Jesus fucking Christ. If we're just going to jump straight into it, let's talk about dreams.
Please, let's do it. I got to fix infatuations, make an announcement. Okay, yeah, let's talk about dreams. Let's jump right in, right? We're talking about dreams tonight. I'm trying to use the tumultuous period. Laser Shark, namaste to you. I cooked like 30 pizza rolls in the oven. Baking them in the oven is the best method. It absolutely is. People talk about microwaving pizza rolls. It's fine in a pinch, but you get nowhere near the crisp. You get nowhere near the crisp.
Nowhere near the crisp.
And it's not even. It's a gentleman and a lady bakes their pizza rolls. That's all I'm saying. I agree with Laser Shark. Namaste and blessings.
So quick sidebar before we go into the dreams, Guru. Do you baking? Of course, great. Are you a fan of the air fryer? Do you fuck with air frying technology?
I don't have like a proper air fryer. I have a toaster oven that has an air fryer thing on it.
Okay.
I don't think
it's
not quite the same.
It's all basically the same bullshit. It's just like the heating coil from an oven turned upside down, and then a fan blows on it. That's all an air fryer is. So it's
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in messing with one of those proper air fryers, certainly. But because I've seen such, I've seen some interesting results from them. But yeah, talk to me about the air fryer, though.
I mean, it's okay. I have one of those Ninja joints or whatever the fuck.
Right. Yep.
It's all right. It's for quick stuff, it's okay. I guess better than a microwave. But if you do want to get a true bake on something, you're still gonna use the oven. But
right.
I feel like for a very lazy, fat individual, possibly a stoner / alcoholic, as a few of the people working the program may be, then the air fryer is certainly a good option. But just go ahead and use the oven. Just get out the baking pan.
Okay.
Get out the baking pan. Just do it to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of
air fryer equal
Laser Shark says
oven.
Yeah. Laser Shark says he's deep fried it.
And that
that's a treat.
transitions perfectly into what my call was about as far as dreams, and it is toasters. And how ironic that toaster is the fake
fake Explorer of the Month, right? We got his ass. Yeah, he's been personally disrespectful to me, and that's not something that I can just skip. You know what I mean?
It's not, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should continually call them out and make them rework the program until they are personally embarrassed in front of everyone, and spank their little ass.
Thank you, Jim.
In the town square.
Thank you, Jim.
So,
now, listen, I'm very eager to get into your subconscious mind, though. Do you have a dream that you would like to share with us?
Yes, I do actually, and it does ironically involve toasters, and this is not because of the prior calls or anything that has happened. For the past month, I have had a deep fear of me taking a Epsom salt bath. And also using a George Foreman electric griddle, making a panini in the bathtub. Well, not in the bathtub, but next to the bathtub. But the visions that I've been having are the George Foreman either short-circuiting or falling directly into the tub full of Epsom salts, thus fully conducting the electricity and just frying me whole. And I'm wondering if that is because I'm masturbating too much, if I'm watching too much Twitch. I can't really take a hold of it.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat this back to you because I'm going to be honest with you. I was in and out attention-wise while you were talking. So I'm going to repeat back to you what I heard you say. Okay, you started on in a bath, and then that was all I got.
Okay, so you weren't listening at all. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much no.
So
Go ahead
in a bath.
give me the give
I
it
was
to me
in
again.
an Epsom salt bath, and there's a George Foreman grill. I am using a panini toaster. And I'm having visions of either it short-circuiting and causing a fire inside of the bathroom, or while I'm trying to cook my sandwich, it's slipping into the tub of Epsom salts and then just even more cooking me whole. So I'm not sure quite what that means. If I need to make a better sandwich, if I need to stop being so indulgent?
You know, it's interesting. That's a very interesting. You see, so you're coming at, like, you're open to a lot of different kinds of confusion that you may or may not have, and sort of leading up to this dream. So you're really open to any possibility right now. How did you feel after you woke up from this dream? What were the feelings of it?
That I was hungry.
Yeah. So how big of a guy are you?
About 205.
205. How tall?
6'1".
Okay, really, honestly, not that. That's pretty solid. You're a solid guy, but not 205's not.
I got a little bit of chunk on me, but I'm not a fatty. How big are you, boy? A lot of 1 bits being cheered. Tell this person. Okay, all right.
Yeah, not me. Just kind of tarting out on the single bit donations, and we love that. We love that. Thanks so much, Not Mish. Having a lot of fun, just hitting the button over and over again. Nobody radio Underhill. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out that there's some sort of critical error that happens, like once you get about, 75 consecutive points in 30 seconds. I guess we'll find out. Thanks so much for the bits, though. Genuinely, guys, I really appreciate that. Genuinely, thank you. It's very generous of you. Now, talk to me. Let's. Oh, brother. Now, listen. I think. What was your relationship like with your parents?
I come from an Irish Catholic family. Parents divorced at 3 years old, raised by my mother.
Okay.
Severely autistic, obviously, coming from an Irish Catholic family.
What was severely? Talk to me about severely. What does that mean?
Well, I think I realized at a young age, I don't have a recollection of this, but my mother loves to tell me that I had a severe meltdown in a Toys R Us in the early, I guess mid 1990s. I didn't get a particular Pokemon game that I wanted, and proceeded to start spinning on my back in the middle of an aisle in the Toys R Us while screaming furiously, while she just proceeded to laugh at me. And of course, this had nothing to do with my future endeavors in life. But the Irish Catholics don't particularly believe in mental health, and or addressing it, and thus I believe I have masked it with a 20 some odd years of alcohol and substance abuse.
Real quick affirmations for guys. Listen,
okay.
Autism might be a disability, and it is, but it also makes you. Hold on. I got to affirm men real quick. There's something there. I'm cooking on something.
Irish people aren't real and can't hurt you, caller.
Affirmation for men. Listen, fellas, if you're autistic, cash in. You can go nuts in public, regardless of race.
You would say that, but depending on the city that you're in, if you are.
Well,
there's certain places you can do that. Maybe on the west coast, but
listen. That's the thing. You think in the more liberal areas they're going to understand more, but any disabled person can understand the scourge of liberal understanding, liberal acceptance. That's a double-edged sword. You go out into the middle of nowhere, they just think in the same way that they see like 38 different kinds of gay, they're going to look and they're going to see 38 different kinds of retarded. They're going to see somebody anxious, somebody autistic, somebody with Down syndrome, somebody with like no fingers, and be like, that's all the same kind of retarded to me.
For sure. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying, is there's little to no acceptance of that in other places. So, growing up and being like, no, this kid's just quote unquote special, and
Right.
then just kicking it under the rug. But
they might give you a
Anyways,
coloring
my-
book
Yeah.
though. In on the West Coast in the liberal cities, they're gonna worship you, right? They're gonna worship you, thinking you got some really raw, untouched access to God Himself. They're gonna put you on a pedestal and they're gonna whisper.
Yeah.
And they're
Until you get to
but
Kanye West levels,
you're
and
at a-
start wearing. Yeah.
You could, yeah, but if you go into like, let's say you go into a Fridays or something, in Iowa, 45 minutes out of Iowa City, they're going to give you a coloring book and just kind of, try not to stare at you.
I would love that if
Exactly.
I was invited into a TGI Fridays and given a coloring book.
That's what
But
I'm
unfortunately,
saying.
We don't have the TGI Fridays on the West Coast.
Right.
We have Buffalo Wild Wings and the sorts, of which those are not inviting spaces to such individuals.
Okay, so what happened at a B-Dubs? What happened to you at a B-Dubs? I think we're getting to the dream, too.
If I'm being honest, been called the F slur multiple times inside of B-Dubs.
Interesting. And that's for being autistic? They got a weird vibe from you, and they were like, they said
just
it?
for presenting myself as I am. I mean, I don't. It is what it is. But people shouldn't be calling me such names inside of a Buffalo Wild Wings.
They shouldn't,
like
but if I was going to pick one place where you were going to get called, it would be at a B-Dubs.
I mean, I feel like that's more of a a Hooters or a TGI Fridays type situation.
You're saying you would it's more likely in your mind to be called the F word slur at a TGI Fridays than a Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, that is what I am saying.
I mean, I agree to disagree.
I feel like
I agree to
the
disagree.
crowd of TGI Fridays also rubs up hard against Applebee's, in which case Dollaritas, there's a lot of people throwing around slurs on the cheap. So
Right, but see, there's also the thing. B-Dubs, you're gonna find fewer families than you're gonna find at a Fridays or a Applebee's.
I think the opposite. I think you're going to find more families at a TGI Fridays than you are at a B-Dubs.
Wow, I think
B-Dubs-
maybe it's just a regional thing. Maybe it's just a regional thing.
Maybe it is.
Well,
it is.
Either way, so you're getting called the F slur, and it's because you're autistic, right? Or are you gay and they can tell?
I am not of the homosexual persuasion. No.
You're not gay. Okay, so you're straight or something, mostly at least.
Along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, along those lines, a straight line, but either way, they called you the F slur. Well, listen, I think this is really dovetails kind of profoundly well into your dream. I'm imagining you at a B-Dubs, at a Fridays, at an Applebee's, kind of just walking in. They see kind of they see the autism on your face, and they call you the F slur. Do they call you the short one or the long one?
The two G's. Yeah.
Ooh, so they're going with the hard consonants.
Yeah, they're going deep on it.
Yeah, that's different.
Going
That's a
deep on
different
it.
situation. Now, listen, to get back into the dream, though, because I think this is really kind of beautiful. We've got you sitting in a bathtub, right? A place of self-care, a place of soaking in Epsom salts. You're doing it for you, for yourself. You've even gone as far as to get a panini, kind of a gay sandwich, right?
I mean, okay. Well, let's dive into it. I didn't think that a panini was a gay sandwich, but I mean if a panini is a gay
name a
sandwich,
gayer
is a
sandwich.
Cubano I'm going Cubano level. Is a Cubano also gay? I don't think so.
I don't know. I've been called the F slur by some Cuban guys that live near me. Personally.
Okay. Okay.
But and when they say that they've got a fire to it,
But just
I
because
kinda
you eat
love
their
it.
sandwich, does that also? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm calling in for clarification on.
What's the clarification?
I guess two, a panini you said is a gay-leaning sandwich.
Yeah.
Cubano, is that potentially a more gay-leaning sandwich? I don't know. I don't have any insight into this,
I mean-
and why I am making either of these sandwiches inside of my bathroom within arm's reach of a tub full of Epsom salts. Yeah,
listen.
is it comfort? Is it?
We're at the clash of comfort and dissonance, right? This panini thing, right? You're not homophobic, right? You don't have no problem. You think it's beautiful, right? The gays.
I love the gays.
You love the gays. We don't all love the gays, but you and I love the gays.
If you don't, then you got a problem. Okay.
There's like you said, like we were discussing earlier. There's so many races to be racist against, and there's so many different
There
kinds
certainly
of.
are, but I would hope that we aren't. But yes.
Yeah, well, you hope and try all you want. It's not going to do a goddamn thing, though. So, yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. Now, what I see in the dream, if I can be real direct with you, as I see comfort, I see deliberate comfort. You're trying to aid and bring comfort to yourself. But then I see this panini, which should be good, right? You've even got a panini little press, right? And you're going to eat this little sandwich in the privacy, but it becomes an intrusion, right? It's intruding. And that's where I see you at a crossroads in your life. I see something intruding on your comfort, intruding on your autistic on top of it, which means your comfort is going to be more hard fought, more difficult, and more earned. And something is intruding upon that, some mixture of a refined European sandwich, And I think there's a lot here. I'd love for you to just kind of journal 2 columns. What you love about paninis and be as gay as you'd like about it. And then the other half, what is assaulting you about paninis? What is an affront to you about this cute European nuanced little sandwich?
The thing that is certainly assaulting me on certain paninis is, the acidity of the meats.
Interesting.
No, I do.
That would be on the gay side. That would be, put that there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm marking that down.
Yeah. Quick, Stone Monster 400. What they do in the kitchen at night. I don't know what that's a reference to, but I love it. I love the feeling of that. Namaste and thank you.
Stick my dick in various jars of condiments that are available in the fridge is the answer to that. So
there he is. I love that. I love that indomitable spirit you have, that indomitable wit. Well, listen, Jim, you've got your homework assignment. I've been taking so much of your time tonight. I really thank you for being as generous as you've been this evening.
No, thank you, Guru, and thank you for putting me on a new path, a new introspective to this particular dream. I have much to work with, and I'll keep you posted.
Namaste, brother. Namaste. Listen, I want you to know how much I believe in you. All right. I think you've shown tremendous progress in our calls so far, and that you can reach the first reach in your subconscious mind and pull out something so pregnant, so vivid, and so painful potentially. And share with us. I'm very excited for this journal assignment and where you're going to go next.
Thank you so much, Guru. I will. I'll have the assignment to you within 24 to 48 hours.
Beautiful, beautiful. Jim, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
All right. Thank you, Guru.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Namaste. Well, guys, it's time for me to take a little pee-pee. Blessings and namaste to everyone. Thank you for being here with us. What a gorgeous first half of a program we've had tonight. Thanks to all the callers and stuff, but we got even more coming up just after the tiny little pee break I got to take. But stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Access my library of exclusive materials at your fingertips at a moment's notice. You can do that tonight, should you feel called. Blessings and namaste, guys. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase. But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here. Looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, Or maybe you're lonely and isolated, but want better relationships. Let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Thank you for allowing me graciously to go urinate, get a little sip of water, and now I am re-energized here, ready for the second half of tonight's program. Blessings and namaste to everybody sticking with us. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light. guys, just a couple things about that. We started a podcast. We've got a couple episodes ready to rock up this week. The podcast, the videos have taken a lot more time as time goes on. So I'm cooking on a couple. Don't worry about that. I'm cooking on a couple, and we're gonna let those stew. But in the meantime, we do have a podcast going, and it's very beautiful. Ask anybody in the community of Devoted Light how much the podcast means to them and has changed their life. In addition to that, instead of the prints, we are now doing a we're doing a VHS tape. VHS tape. Most recently, I sent out. Where is it? I got it right. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Let's get a look at the videotape that I recently sent out. The beauty of nature. A meditation on the beauty of nature. As you can see, is a real life VHS tape that I am sending out to my explorers at the community of Devoted Light, patreon.com, at the $25 a month tier. So you can't be a poor piece of shit and get this tape, but it is beautiful. Very gorgeous tape, custom, handmade. You can only get these here, all right? Namaste to you and blessings and namaste. Type ! Final Journey into the chat right now if you would like to see how to join my community of Devoted Light. Namaste. So guys, let's go ahead and reopen up the lines. We're gonna get a couple more calls in. We're gonna go to about 11:30ish. 11:30ish. Let's get a couple calls in. 708-240-8953. Sun Monster says the podcast is worth the price alone. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Namaste, Guru. It's Puar.
Puar, brother Puar. Listen, I was just reading the Discord about how much pain you're in, brother.
I'm wincing and shaking and groaning in pain.
Wincing, shaking, and your voice has got a little quiver too.
Yeah, it's also cold out.
Oh, it's cold outside. So we're in pain, huh? Why are we in pain? Tell me about it.
I don't know. I really don't know. It made me feel like a fool all day long, but it's my weekend now. I'm good. I'll get better.
So is this a pain that you felt before? Communal vision real quick from Pepperoncini. Scam baiters should be jailed for interfering in the affairs of Aryan Indians engaging in their enterprise. Scam baiters should be jailed for interfering in the affairs of Aryan Indians engaging in their enterprise.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
One of those guys told me to SSD the other day on the phone.
Who did? Who told you to suck his dick?
An Indian scammer.
Why did he do that?
He sounded like he was just over it. He was pissed off. I said, "So what? Are you just waiting for me to hang up?" And he said, "Why don't you ask my D?"
Why don't you suck my dick? And then what did you say?
I was gonna say something mean, but he hung up on me.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. Don't worry about that.
I'm concerned right now. I'd love to hear it.
I don't remember. It's probably just the. I don't know. I was just kind of caught off guard.
Right, you're just. It was gonna have to be like kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just gonna feel it. You let the.
Before I could make a retort.
Yeah, I understand how that goes. Well, I'm sure it would have been really biting and mean, and I love that you were even in that position in the first place, Poor.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, Poor, this pain sounds like shit. Have you felt this pain before?
No, I've never had I don't get hurt that much, and it's weird and really inconvenient.
Are you athletic? Do you move around?
No, but I'm planning to be.
Okay.
I'm not the most out of shape I've ever been.
But you're not as taut and sharp as you have been in the past.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that sounds like shit. Namaste. Good luck with that. Now, did you want to discuss your pain, or do you want to discuss dreams? I'm going to leave it up to you
I
right now.
wanted to talk about dreams.
Let's do it.
That's what I really called for.
Dreams.
Pain
Talk
is
to me.
just annoying.
Talk to me.
Thank you for asking, though.
Of course.
I had some pretty crazy dreams this week because, I only remember them every so often, and I don't ever have nightmares, but I had a pretty striking nightmare earlier this week.
Striking nightmare. So this is in contrast with Dinky the Dick Destroyer called in, and he has nightmares that are, his nightmares are just normal to him because he has a twisted mind. But we're talking about...
Yeah, he's really dark and twisted.
Yeah, and you're coming from a more like healthy person who probably wasn't, abused by... Were you abused by your parents?
Not my parents so much. There's definitely trauma there, but it's not like a straight up abuse, I don't think. At this time, I would say that.
Okay. Well, so not Christ United Mission, extremely beautiful and generous raid from Christ United Mission. Namaste to Raiders. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It is wonderful to have you guys. Welcome to the most effective personal power program on the planet. And if you don't know, you're soon to find out. This is ground zero of the rest of your life. The first day, should you allow the simple yet profound tools granted to you by Explorations with Leslie Tanner into your life, Lord knows, the sky is the limit. And listen, if you're worried about being a Christian, obviously you just came from Christ United Mission. If you're worried about being a Christian and not taking, and be like, is this secular? I don't know if I could do this. Brother, we got Christian explorers. Don't you worry about that. This is not at odds with Christianity in any way, shape, or form. We got Christian explorers, we got Buddhist explorers, we got Hindu explorers, we got Muslim explorers, we got a couple Jews as well, and I cherish every single one of them. I practically breastfeed them as many times as I possibly can. I love breastfeeding my Jewish explorers, particularly. Now, welcome, namaste to you guys. Christ United Mission, tell me what the stream was like. How about that? Let's do a little bit of that before I go back to the call. Christ United Mission, what was that like? What was that stream like? What was that stream like? I just kind of want to get an idea of the vibe that we've been given right now, because I like to stay on top of exactly what that. Usually I have a pretty good idea, but when I'm rated over here, it can change just like that. Somebody drops, they got a shitty stream and they drop a bunch of absolute shit show. People kept calling me bitch tits, so I ended it. Do you have bitch tits? Christ United Mission, do you have bitch tits? Did it hurt because it's not true, or did it hurt more because it is true? We're going to get right back to you, Pure, in just a moment. Jones Spoon says, I'm a pagan. Is that okay? It's absolutely okay. Yes, absolutely. You're already thinking outside the box, combining, some sort of, ancient thing, but also sort of like what is now like, that's alternative kind of alt kind of shit right now. So you're coming at it from a variety of angles, and you're ready to kind of hold reality and self in front of you and really sort of enjoy the benefits of the program. Namaste to you. I prefer not to talk about my bitch tits, so that is an admission. An admission, absolutely namaste. So Christ United Mission upset because the caller, his community called out the bitch tits. So it sounds like they had fun and you didn't. So you just kind of took them to the babysitter. You took the kids to the babysitter so you could kind of be upset. And I'm happy to have them. I'm happy to have all of that, even if you guys are fighting right now. Blessings. Now, back to you, Purr. You got a nightmare. Let's dive right into the nightmare. Let's not fuck around anymore.
All right, hi, comraders. How did that start? It was a strange one. So it was my childhood home here in my hometown that I just moved back to, but I was using a walkie-talkie trying to talk to, I guess, just a random person I know. But the walkie-talkie started cutting out, and it started sounding like me on the other end, kind of babbling. And I walked into my garage, it was empty. And in my mind, I guess the person I was talking to was supposed to be in the upstairs. But I don't know, I walked towards this corner with an empty chair in the garage. I think it was like one of those Eames shell chairs. Not that that matters. But when I got near it, I had like a dream within the dream, a little vision, I guess. I was a really badly lacerated woman. I don't know, maybe Native American woman. And she was thrown into like a pond, a little murky pond. And I had this intimate view from underwater, very cinematic of her, being really badly injured in the water, and she couldn't do anything about it. But then I was in the chair that I had walked towards, and I couldn't talk. I think I was just really terrified. I was stuck in the chair, and I was paralyzed, and I knew there were some old folks walking up the street outside. So I tried to get their attention, and I think I was just trying to say, help me, but I couldn't say nothing. But slowly I could kind of start getting noises out until I was just screaming at these old folks. But I kind of just felt like, I'm scaring these guys. But
And then, is that where the dream ends?
Well, yeah. The other notable thing is I think that my agonized screams were also pretty much what I was hearing in the walkie-talkie before that. There's a little addendum where I also murdered my brother's bird. He has a parrot, and I think he told me to kill it in the dream, and I did it without thinking by opening his beak forcefully until it was, it rented his jaw asunder, I guess, kind of thing. And he was just torn in half, but the striking thing about it was he had dog teeth inside of his beak, and I felt immediately extremely guilty, and the guilt is what woke me up.
Wow. Wow. Tremendous. Can you give me a moment to sort of just meditate on the images that you just gave me in the stream?
Yeah, it was really shortly condensed. It all happened in that order.
Well, first of all, the first thing I notice about this dream, well, you described it as a nightmare. And so how did you feel that you felt guilty? The guilt woke you up, but these images, the series of images and the tone of everything, this was upsetting to you, correct?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't ever have fear dreams. I have anxiety dreams pretty often where it's I'll forget something or missing something. A cat got out, but never a horror movie level kind of fear dream. Or rarely do I have a dream where I'm committing a violence, or rarely do I have a dream where anything out of what could happen in the realm of reality is happening.
Well, I can tell right off the bat, though, Pur, is that, as upsetting as very few people have what you have. And that is a sort of, when most people have nightmares, they don't have the ability to tolerate the nightmare during and then right after, right? That their subconscious mind is so affronting to them that they can't really look at it. And they can't really, and because they can't look at it, they can't sit with it afterward, and then they can't take the images back with them. And this is, as upsetting as this is to you, this nightmare, there's a one-to-one relationship with the terror and horror and guilt and anguish that you felt, and the weight of the gift that you've been given. The weight of the gift that you're able to give yourself through your own natural abilities to tolerate your subconscious mind. So the anguish scream that you're able to realize that is coming from the walkie-talkie, it's coming from you. You see the Native American woman badly lacerated, sort of in a pond over here. You got these old people. There are so many images here. There are so many pregnant images here. There are so many avenues to explore. But one thing the thing that I want to really focus on though with you, Poor, is that obviously you have this gift, right? You have this gift to see what it is and to hold on to it. And it's like finding cool rocks, right? You don't know what to do with it now that you got it, right?
I love finding cool. I should label them, but I don't.
Right. Cool rocks are fun to. Well, I want you to think of this nightmare and others like it like cool rocks, right? Wow. You collect them. You hold on to them. They are so precious to you, and what you can do with them is limitless. Now, with this nightmare, we could have 5 different phone calls that last an hour long each about each of these images. However, one thing that I want to impress upon you tonight, Poor, is that I can feel you recoiling from this nightmare a little bit, which to an extent is understandable, but brother, don't run. Do not run away from this. I work with people for years to be able to get to an eighth of what you're able to do right now just with your own natural ability. The anguish that you were able to channel from your subconscious mind, it shows to me a robust mind, a gifted mind, an imaginative mind. I would imagine you're good at problem solving. I would imagine that you're good at sort of staying loose in the moment when other people clam up. I'm seeing a lot of positive traits about what you just shared with us. And if there's one thing I can tell you is to, as much as you can, stay where you are, tolerate it, but if you can, just even lean in a little bit more, should you find yourself amidst another nightmare of your mind.
Wow. Yeah, I'll try to stay asleep. It's the guilt that got me.
The guilt. And brother, let's talk about that guilt next time. Because that's funny. They asked you to do it, and you still did it. But you were torn and you felt guilty. That's something special. But next time you find yourself in a nightmare, I want you to lean in. This is going to be very important for your journeys here in Explorations. Listen, brother, take some goddamn ibuprofen or something. Is it? You got any pain relievers?
I have a leave. I took a couple. I guess it's on pause though. Those patches, they're great.
So it's a muscle thing, huh?
Yeah, those little. Yeah, I think it's a muscle.
All right, right on.
You know what? It's already feeling better after this.
Well, you know what? That reminded me of a little phrase that we say around here.
The program works.
Namaste, Poor. You have yourself a wonderful night.
Namaste. Good night, Guru.
Good night, Poor.
God bless.
God bless. Namaste. Wow.
Wow. The feeling that we are part of something, going somewhere. There is no better drug on earth. Definitely better than whatever my friends and patients are ODing on.
Absolutely. Hello. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. You're going to be our final caller of the evening. What's something I can call you tonight?
This is Business Father. I'm calling in about some concerns I have with the culture at my workplace.
And say your name one more time for me.
Business Father.
Business Father. Business Father. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Business Father. Is this your first time calling, first of all?
It is.
Chat, guys, can we please get some excitement going in the chat for a first-time caller, closing out the evening. Somebody just dive in right. Listen, did you just find us tonight, or have you been watching for a while?
I've lurked in the chat for a while, but I haven't really tuned in until tonight, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Well, beautiful. Thank you so much for whatever history you have with us. I really appreciate you tuning in for the first thing I have to say to you, and then
who take it upon themselves to raise awareness of why we are attracted to breasts. They are a special kind of demonic force that should be put into camps, forced to fight, starved to death, etc.
I've said that many times. I have a whole seminar on that of why I will, politically speaking, I'll support anybody who puts those people in a camp. People who confuse us about why we're attracted to breasts. There's no space for that. That is an academic overreach. Now we've got a communal vision. Now we've got a communal vision from Trav Cam. I don't know if you're familiar with him, a really important member here. Trav Cam says, ask the caller what took them so fucking long. Any response?
Well, I did try calling in earlier, but the line was busy, which totally understandable when you have one caller on. I'm going to guess that you can't have another simultaneously.
Certainly, yeah, that's how it works sometimes, unfortunately. So talk to me right now. Business father, you're concerned about the culture at your workplace. Did I hear that right?
Yes, that's accurate.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, so I work in a kitchen, and occasionally, or in my case, I'm kind of clumsy pretty often, you can injure yourself pretty badly.
Oh, yeah, kitchen's a dangerous place, yeah.
Yeah, so I happened to, I was shucking oysters, I missed the oyster, and I shucked my hand pretty badly. Kind of got a deep, blunt knife wound across my palm, like between my thumb and I guess the heel of my hand. And my boss was around, and he got really, really excited and jumped right in, offering to give me stitches in the moment, like during, dinner service. And I kind of paused. I was like, hey, first of all, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I think that's great.
Sure, we love enthusiasm.
Yeah, like a real problem solver, kind of attitude. But this is my hand. I'd rather go get medical attention and maybe have someone whose job is, doing minor surgery.
Right. Yeah. The whole that's a whole thing.
Kind of
There's a whole kind of person that does that. Yeah, sure.
And he got really offended. I feel like it hurt his feelings for me to have shut him down like that. And I'm wondering, was I in the wrong to tell him no? Like, should I have just kind of given him that win? Or, was it okay for me to kind of say, no, I want, a doctor to sew my hand back up?
TravCam0 says, caller, what took you so shucking wrong?
Wow.
Kind of got your ass, right?
Got you, seriously. I should have seen that coming.
I love that. We like to play here as well as take things seriously. So
mindfulness
real
has
quote.
been a scourge upon the minds and spirits of Western culture. You couldn't have designed a better contagion in 1,000 Wuhan labs, a better torture device in 1,000 KGB black sites.
100%. Mindfulness. You should. If somebody's trying to get you to be mindful, kind of speaks for itself. It's a disaster. They're inviting you into a sort of repressed disaster. Like, it's going to be a psychosexual thing for them. Get away from it. It's disgusting, pervert shit. So your question being, should I have let my boss in a kitchen do a sort of like a kind of an intense medical procedure outside of a hospital?
Yeah, I think I was also kind of reluctant because it's an open kitchen, so people in the dining room could kind of see what was going on. And I feel like, if I were going out to get a nice dinner, I wouldn't want to see, a chef's hand getting sewn up and then preparing my food. I feel like that would kind of be, appetite killer.
A Jazz Express has been initiated, so what we're going to do now is we are going to have this conversation interspersed with some jazz, some jazz expressions, if that's all right with you.
That's totally fine with me.
Okay. So I'll say first of all, listen, I see where you're coming from. Definitely, if I was getting if I was spending a couple $100 on a dinner, I'm not necessarily looking to see an open wound in the kitchen, certainly speaking. Or maybe I would want some clarity on what kind of medical procedures we can do back there. So let's say stitches are off the table. What's in the realm if you had to find a compromise with your boss? What kind of medical procedures would you be cool with back there in this seafood or oyster place? Talk to me about that.
Well, I mean, it's a wine bar, but we have some oysters. But I would have been okay with anything that kind of caps off at needing super glue. And I've super glued my hand back together many times. It's not ideal, but sometimes you get yourself in a way where you can't get stitches, and it's not bad enough to go to the hospital, but it's severe enough that you need to do something. I would say super glue is kind of my feeling of comfort for first aid in the kitchen, I guess.
Did he used to be in the military or something?
No, he's kind of like a coked out, wiry nerd. I would describe him that way. He has the energy of someone who has a lot of unearned confidence and enthusiasm, and kind of just wants approval. And again, I think that's why I felt kind of guilty in that moment. I was
right.
He really wants me to say yes. He's so excited to stick needles in my hand, but I feel like I have to let him down,
Yeah, listen, I can certainly see where you're coming from. He sounds kind of like a crackhead. He sounds like, because I used to work at a Sonic. And my manager at the Sonic was absolutely addicted to cocaine. And so I can really relate to this experience. I was on the hamburger line. I was literally, I was flipping burgers, and I got a bunch of burns all over my hands. And this guy, what was his? I forgot his name. What was it? Something like. Shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, definitely a drug addict, and definitely wouldn't want him, working on my hands. But there are some medical procedures I would like from him.
I wish this would stop.
Personally speaking, and listen, you're between a rock and a hard place, right? You hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
And he's all coke sensitive, right? What? Have you guys talked it out yet?
I mean, I kind of, I sat down with him afterwards, after I got my hand tended to professionally and kind of explained, my side of the story. I'm like, if it were maybe a scrape on my knee or something less important for my livelihood, maybe I'd consider, giving him the go-ahead to do tiny surgery. But if it's my hand, I'd like to see a hand specialist because I need to use my hands. I'd like to keep doing that as long as I can. But I kind of offered half-heartedly, hey, if you want, I could, bust open my calf and you could sew that back up, if you just want to get some practice in. But I feel like that seems like a lot of trouble. And maybe crosses boundaries of, professionalism in the workplace.
Listen, I think that could be a really important growing opportunity for you and a coworker and your boss and the whole team. listen, if a hand operation isn't right, then it's not right. You know, let's not start there. But I do think that I am kind of titillated by this idea of going to get like steak and oysters and $400 bottle of wine and seeing some sort of operation in the back. I love seeing the hustle. I love seeing the enthusiasm and commitment of a team like that. So maybe we can start with something a little smaller. I'm thinking like if somebody had like a boil they needed drained or
Oh yeah. I mean, I told him, next time I get a really bad knife callus or like I burn myself and, the blister's going to pop, like he'd be the first one I would call. And I feel like that kind of helps smooth things over a little bit. But I'm just worried that, I'm not doing my part, I guess.
Yeah, listen, I think it's a two-person thing. This relationship is a two-person thing. Did he cross a boundary? I think that's clear. But did you let him down? Also, yes. I mean, who among us hasn't, gotten fucked up one way or another, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and got too excited about something in the real life?
Yeah, I mean, he was like telling me, like he learned from a pediatric eye surgeon, and I'm like, that's so cool, Jesse. Like that's super neat. Like, but I'm not a baby with a fucked up eye, but we can maybe find you one. I don't know.
Listen, there you go. There you go. Maybe we can find you one. Maybe we can see. I think this is, unfortunately, with most things, when whether I'm dealing with friends or a couple or when I'm dealing with multiple people coming to me for help as a counselor, often there's, it's about bridging the gap. It's about finding an understanding. And it takes two to tango, unfortunately. Once in a while, there will be one clear person in the wrong. But even then, we can accommodate them. But I don't think this is one of those cases. I think, yes, he did maybe cross a boundary, but you also kind of let him down. I think we got to think of solutions and not ways to compound the problem.
I don't want to have continued tension. I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and confident and supported at work, from upper management all the way down to, the lowest positions.
Tell me, any of your coworkers just like cut? Are they cutters?
No, but it's a pretty small team, so it's just like two guys, and they not on purpose. I think one guy chopped pretty far into his finger, but like it seemed pretty accidental.
Right. Man, it's just. Oh man, I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there with you all. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be there with you all. Well, listen, it's sometimes, it's important when we are in conflict in our life. It's important to acknowledge the conflict. And I know we want to resolve it. I know we want to progress. I know we want to make things right. But sometimes in order to really be there for someone that we care about, it's important to just acknowledge the conflict and sit with that conflict. And right now, it sounds like you're at conflict. You did let him down, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I know. And I do want to be accountable for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to kind of try to shrug that off or minimize it.
Well, listen, I'd love to if you want to invite him on the program, I'd love to speak to him too. But listen, now that I got you on the phone, though, we are talking about dreams. Can you give me a little quick dream that you've had recently off the top of your head?
Let's see. I mean, I have a lot of dreams that I'm moving or trying to make a flight, and I'm not really getting there on time. So I guess the most recent one, I was at summer camp, even though I'm, not summer camp aged at this point, but I was at summer camp again with a bunch of people that I've known in my 30s. So like, it was kind of strange that they were at camp with me. And I was told that for some reason I had to leave, but I was leaving 3 days later than everyone else. So everyone else was already gone. They'd been picked up by their parents, but They're like 35, but you know, it's dream world, so it's logic. It doesn't matter. And I was kind of alone, kind of roaming the grounds of the camp, and I couldn't find boxes, I couldn't find tape, I couldn't find anything to kind of get my stuff together. And as I was packing, just like all of my stuff just kind of was disappearing and getting scattered to the wind, both like literally and figuratively. Like I think like a strong wind blew into my cabin, kind of blew all my shit all over the place. So it's kind of like, you know, like a briefcase opens and your papers fall on the ground and you're trying to pick them up and then they keep blowing away, like that kind of situation. It kind of felt
Sure, yeah.
like futile to try. And then at the end of it, I was kind of walking down this road between, I guess, the soccer field and my cabin, and this like screaming mermaid kind of monster, but like not like a cute mermaid, like a kind of like fucking eldritch horror looking mermaid, comes out of the grass, and half of her melts, and then two more mermaids come out of the grass and kind of pull her under, and then they disappear. And then my teeth felt loose, and I started wiggling my teeth because it was weird that they were loose, and then my teeth started falling out, and that's all I can remember.
Are you going through any changes in your life right now?
Sort of. I mean, I ended a relationship recently, and
What was going on with that relationship?
I was dating someone who wasn't was older than me, but like not as like emotionally grounded. Not to say that I have all of my shit together by any means, but just, you know, relatively speaking, it felt like we weren't on the same page.
Yeah, it sounds like, was it your fault at all?
I mean, somewhat, but I think my main sticking point was, you know, I was being criticized pretty constantly for really minor stuff, like the way my voice sounds, which, you know, I can try to change the way my voice sounds, but my voice kind of, if you don't like the way my voice sounds, I feel like maybe, you know, that's like a irreconcilable difference. Like I can't.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll say this: you'd be a tremendous contestant on our Infatuations game show here on Explorations.
Okay.
You'd be a tremendous contestant on. We have a competitive dating game show, and already you're showing a lot of promise. I think you do really well. Right,
well,
chat? Don't we think that?
Very, very kind to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Now listen, I think to some extent, yeah, it sounds like you're asking yourself a question of whether this kind of stuff is your fault on some level, right?
Yeah.
You're like whether you know it's your inadequacy of your voice, which is a kind of obvious, like that's a weird thing to, you know, criticize somebody for. But then even beyond that, I'll bet, you know, have you been in this situation before where this is kind of like at least a little familiar?
Somewhat, probably not to this extent. But you know, I've been in situations where, you know, like I'm trying to kind of twist myself into knots to accommodate someone's comfort,
right?
But at the expense of my own comfort.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, I'm just like, what am I doing? You know, why am I doing this? It doesn't seem worth it.
Listen, if you go to a therapist, you go to any other mental health channel on Twitch.tv, you talk to one of these streamers that they're going to claim to support you. They're going to say, I'm going to support you. I'm going to tell you good stuff about yourself. I'm going to make you feel good. This is pervert nonsense, and I don't believe it. I think it's actually extremely harmful to do this. Now,
it sounds really sick, honestly.
It is. It's disgusting. It's morally repugnant, especially if they have any kind of mental health training or claim to. So what I am going to tell you, though, is I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh no, he did what? No, your voice is great. Or I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you're so, none of this. I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm not gonna blow a bunch of smoke up your ass. I'm not gonna obscure the questions that you're already asking yourself.
Yeah.
What I am going to do is I'm going to underline these questions, and I'm going to say go. I'm going to say go. Take it to the end. Is it your fault?
Okay.
Is it your fault? Are you being? Are you fucking up your life?
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's a question that tension that question brings is your path to the next level, to be honest with you. It's your path to the power that we speak about so frequently here on Explorations. Is the tension in that question is pregnant, is really important. You know, even with this boss that you were talking about, you know, this boss of did I do the wrong thing by not letting a coked up kind of retarded guy do an actual medical procedure on me in the middle of work? I mean, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. But there's so much beautiful information that you even had the question. Is what I'm gesturing to. I think
like having those inquiries is really important. To,
yes.
Just try and be self-aware and try and improve yourself and improve the way you respond to situations like this to have better outcomes.
Question. It's the second step of the program. And I'm going to, the thing about questioning is we don't let ourselves off the hook with a question. Now, conventionally speaking, you could say, ask yourself, like, did I fuck up? And then you'd be like, some other like kind of conventional voice can come in your head and be like, no, you're good. Don't do that. Or your friends are going to tell you that. Or some therapist is going to tell you that or whatever. I'm telling you, if you really want to get down to brass tacks, you really want to unlock that power inside of you that we talk about here at Explorations, is don't let yourself off the hook of that question. You drill down on that question. You go all the way down and you find the diamonds. There's diamonds down there, business father.
Wow.
There's diamonds down there.
That's really profound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But listen, you've been a tremendous caller tonight. You've given us a lot.
Well, thank you again for weighing in, and you have a really, really wonderful program, and it seems like you're doing a lot of good in a lot of people's lives, and I wish there were more people doing that kind of good in our communities.
Yeah. Well, we can't always get what we want, but if we can get a little bit, then sometimes it can be enough, as Explorations show. So thanks for jumping in here, and listen, genuinely, I hope to hear from you again soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Namaste, business father.
Namaste.
Namaste. Wow. What a call to end on, huh? A new caller, beautifully braiding all of the themes tonight, beautifully incorporating the program. We see a lot of people putting the program to work here on Explorations, but not all the time do we get to see such a raw exposition of the program being placed into someone's life and seeing the raw potential available. Just through a quick little work story and a dream, we were able to come up with a plan, a question that's going to keep her busy, a tool that will stay sharp for years to come. This is the power of the program. This is the power of the 4 tenets of Explorations. When I say that this program is life-changing, I don't just say it. I mean it. And when people in the chat or people out in reality say things like the program works, they're not just saying it, they're meaning it. They have felt it in their lives, as you've seen multiple times today. Now, if you've seen the magic here at the call-in show, and you are ready for more, you want the videos, you want the postcard, you want the music downloads, you need the tools. You need that exclusive library. Please consider joining my community of devoted light at patreon.com tonight. Type !final journey into the chat right now to get a link how you too can avail yourself to these tools. If you have any questions, certainly some members of my community of devoted light will answer those questions for you as to how it works for them. You know, whether they like the podcast, the videos, etc. Well, guys, what a beautiful evening we've had. What an absolutely gorgeous evening we've had. We've got a nice little raid put together. Creative Steve 69, namaste to you. Bit Wars, namaste to you. Wonderful to be with you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. Stone Monster, blessings to see you. Poor Old Man Doom, Azazel. Hoffman, Business Father. Creative Steve again, White Chocolate Heart. Wow. Gorgeous call tonight. Really wonderful to be with you. Business Daddy joining us. Namaste. Well, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Late night. Thanks for staying up with me. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Central Time, with another exploration to have with one another. It's been an absolute joy to be with you. But for now, let's take our energy of warmth and clarity and take it on over to the one and only Duncan Did It. The one and only Duncan Did It. Guys, you're going to love it. You're going to love this guy. He's a hoot and a half, a practitioner of explorations, and you can see it in his work. Really beautiful stuff over there. Make sure you smash follow and send a namaste from me when you land over there, all right? Blessings and namaste, guys. It was wonderful to be with you. It's wonderful to be. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though, okay? Tomorrow for a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Get some sleep and enjoy Duncan, all right, guys? I'll see you guys all. Oh, we got another communal vision sneaking in at the last second. Oh, we got to hit the damn. Thank you, guys, to my moderation team and my community of devoted light. Is the names that you can see on the screen right now. Almost didn't hit credits. Almost, can you believe that? Communal vision coming in from Hollow Gravy, just saying hi. Hollow Gravy just saying hi. How generous of you, and namaste and wonderful. Thank you so much, Hollow Gravy. I really appreciate that. Welcome, Roy Seeley. Namaste to you. Well, special namaste also to my mod team. You guys are so important to me. Thank you for your help in choosing tonight's Explorer of the Month, Framwe Art. Framwe Art heading in for the month of April. Angry Scar calling it for a month of May. But for now, let's head on over. Oh, we did it already. Namaste. Well, YouTube guys, I'll